How well do you truly know the people you welcome into your home? The ones you trust with your life, your comfort, your deepest vulnerabilities. Tonight, we delve into a story that peels back the veneer of normalcy to reveal a darkness so profound it will make your skin crawl. This isn't a tale of spectral apparitions or ancient curses, but of a horror far more intimate, far more insidious. The betrayal by a trusted hand. A slow, methodical descent into a living nightmare, orchestrated by someone you considered almost family. Meet Marta, the housekeeper. To her employers, the affluent and kindly Mr. and Mrs. Davies, she was a pillar of support, a constant, reliable presence for over a decade. But beneath her diligent exterior, a sinister plan was taking root. A plan to silence them, to trap them in their own bodies, fully conscious but utterly powerless. Get ready for the Silent Ward, a terrifying true account of how loving care twisted into a slow, poisonous descent into a state of conscious paralysis, and the almost unbelievable fight back from the edge of oblivion. What you are about to hear is a chilling reminder that the most terrifying monsters can wear the most familiar faces, lurking in the very heart of your sanctuary. The Davies lived a life many would envy, a beautiful home, successful careers, and a comfortable routine meticulously managed by Marta. For over a decade, Marta had been more than just staff. She was a confidant to Mrs. Davies, a reliable presence who knew every nook and cranny of their lives, from their daily habits to their financial arrangements. The trust was absolute, her loyalty unquestioned. But loyalty, it seems, had a price. Or perhaps it was merely a mask for a deep-seated resentment that festered within. Was it a chilling envy of their comfortable lifestyle? A perceived slight from years past, magnified by a distorted psyche? Or something far more disturbing, a desire for absolute control and financial gain? The why remained Marta's chilling secret. For a time, shrouded in a calculated silence, the change in the Davies was insidious, almost imperceptible at first, mimicking common ailments. Mr. Davies, a robust man in his late 50s, began experiencing debilitating fatigue, muscle weakness, and a persistent brain fog. Doctors initially waved it off as stress, perhaps early signs of aging. Then came Mrs. Davies, complaining of persistent, throbbing headaches, dizziness, and a strange, metallic taste that tainted her favorite jasmine tea. Tea Marta prepared for her every morning, a ritual of comfort. Marta, ever solicitous, would fuss over them, offering herbal remedies and soothing words, her brow furrowed with faux concern, even as her hands carefully measured out the undetectable, slow-acting toxins she'd begun to lace into their food and drink, day after agonizing day. The poison was chosen for its gradual, cumulative effect, designed to mimic natural decline, making diagnosis almost impossible. The true horror of their decline was its agonizing slowness, its creeping inevitability. Days blurred into weeks, then months. The vibrant couple withered. Their limbs grew heavy, their coordination faltered, their thoughts clouded. Yet their awareness remained. They'd look at each other, a silent terror passing between them, an unspoken question hanging heavy in the air. What is happening to us? Are we losing our minds? Medical consultations yielded no answers. only increasingly grave and confusing prognoses, often suggesting neurological degeneration or severe stress. All the while, Marta was there, the constant, seemingly caring presence, subtly but actively isolating them from concerned friends and distant family. Phone calls went unanswered. Visits were subtly discouraged with excuses of poor health or resting, and their affairs were managed by Marta with an unnerving, almost predatory efficiency. Then came the day neither could fight it anymore. First Mr. Davies, then, days later, Mrs. Davies succumbed to the creeping paralysis. They were diagnosed as being in a persistent vegetative state, a medical misdiagnosis that only deepened their private hell. Trapped, their minds, horrifyingly, remained islands of acute lucidity, fully aware within unresponsive bodies. They could hear Marta humming as she cleaned their home, felt her cold, clinical touch as she cared for them. Acutely aware of her complete control, her silent, triumphant reign over their lives and their once sacred home. The terror was unimaginable. To be a prisoner in one's own flesh, a silent witness to your captor's daily routine, her increasing arrogance. Marta began to live more freely, indulging in their luxuries, hosting friends, her mask of servitude slipping completely when she believed no one could truly see or hear their silent screams. But the human spirit, even when battered and poisoned to the brink of extinction, can be a stubborn, miraculous thing. Deep within the fog of their poisoned minds, Mrs. Davies began to fight. It started as a flicker, a vivid memory of her wedding day, a spark of defiance against the chemical chains binding her. She focused on a single finger, willing it to move, day after agonizing day, through sheer force of will. The struggle was monumental, invisible to the outside world, a silent, desperate rebellion playing out in the prison of her mind. Marta, confident in her victory, grew complacent, her meticulousness waning, her attention occasionally diverted by her new, comfortable life. Months had passed since the Davies had been diagnosed, a period during which Marta had settled comfortably into her role as the grieving, devoted caretaker to the outside world, while privately relishing her absolute control. One fateful afternoon, a new agency nurse, Sarah, was assigned to check on the Davies. Sarah was exceptionally observant, and something about Marta's demeanor, a little too possessive, a little too quick to dismiss any potential signs of awareness. A subtle evasiveness, when questioned about the Davies' past medical history, pricked her professional unease. Marta's exaggerated concern felt hollow, a performance. As Sarah performed a routine reflex test on Mrs. Davies, her trained eye caught it, the faintest, almost imperceptible twitch in her eyelid. Dismissed instantly by Marta as, "Just a spasm, dear, she does that sometimes," Sarah felt a jolt, a surge of professional intuition. Later, while Marta was momentarily distracted by a phone call in another room, Sarah leaned close to Mrs. Davies. Her voice a low, urgent whisper. "If you can hear me, Mrs. Davies, try to blink twice." After what felt like an eternity, a long, breathless moment of agonizing suspense, 2 slow, deliberate blinks. Hope, sharp and urgent, surged through Sarah, chilling her to the bone with the implications. Knowing she couldn't confront Marta directly without irrefutable proof, or worse, risking Mrs. Davies' life, Sarah acted with a calculated precision. She discreetly used her phone to record her next interaction, asking Mrs. Davies simple yes-no questions, to which she responded with those agonizingly slow, yet undeniably deliberate blinks. The evidence was undeniable, a silent scream captured on her phone. When Sarah's shift ended, she didn't hesitate. She went straight to the authorities, presenting her compelling evidence and urgent plea. Marta, sensing something amiss, perhaps from Sarah's focused attention or a subtle change in the air, was becoming agitated. As police arrived, ticked off by Sarah's irrefutable evidence and her desperate warning, they found Marta in Mr. Davies' room, a syringe clutched in her hand. Its contents, a final, lethal dose. Her face was a mask of cold fury, her eyes wide with a desperate resolve. She was about to ensure her secrets remained buried forever. The Davies' fate recovery, their silent rebellion, had inadvertently signed Marta's own warrant. The nightmare was finally interrupted, but the battle for the Davies had just entered a new, arduous phase of survival and recovery. Marta was apprehended, her intricate web of deceit and cruelty finally exposed to the harsh light of justice. The sensational trial that followed laid bare her calculated malevolence, revealing the chilling details of her slow-acting poison and her methodical isolation of the Davies. While her ultimate motives remained shrouded in a chilling ambiguity, a mix of greed, resentment, and a profound psychological disorder, she was sentenced to a long, well-deserved prison term. But no sentence, no amount of time, could truly erase the profound physical and psychological scars she inflicted. For Mr. and Mrs. Davies, the road to recovery was excruciatingly long and torturous. Their bodies, ravaged by the poison, required extensive physical therapy to relearn basic motor functions. Their minds, haunted by the months of silent torment and the trauma of their conscious imprisonment, needed intensive psychological support to rebuild trust and process the unimaginable betrayal. Yet, against all odds, they did recover, a profound testament to their indomitable resilience and the timely intervention that saved them from Marta's final, desperate act. Their once beloved home, now a monument to their ordeal, was eventually sold, a necessary step to reclaim their peace. Their lives were irrevocably changed. The experience left them with a profound, harrowing understanding of human darkness, but also an unwavering appreciation for the strength of the human will to survive. They emerged not unscathed, for such an ordeal leaves permanent marks, but undeniably unbroken. Marta's story serves as a terrifying testament to the fact that evil doesn't always announce itself with thunder and lightning, with overt threats or monstrous appearances. Sometimes it whispers, it serves you tea, it smiles warmly, and it plots your demise from the very heart of your sanctuary, cloaked in the guise of care. So, the next time you offer your trust, the next time you welcome someone into the intimate spaces of your life, pause for a moment. Because sometimes, the hand that cares can also be the hand that conceals the deadliest poison. And true horror is often closer than you think. If this true story of chilling betrayal sent shivers down your spine, please show your support by hitting that like button, sharing it with fellow true crime enthusiasts and those who appreciate psychological horror. and subscribing for more terrifying tales from the shadows. Don't forget to ring the notification bell so you never miss an episode that will haunt your nights. What are your thoughts on Marta's motives? Do you believe she acted alone? Or was there something more? Let us know your theories and reflections in the comments below. Until next time, be wary of who you let in, because true horror is often closer than you think.